Welcome to Tarot Tuesday for the week of November 25th. This is for Taurus. We are at the end of the Mercury Retrograde. It will end on the 29th. And so we will be going into its post-shadow. So while all of the things that have been maybe slowing down, our transportation, our communication, technology, well, they're not fully gone. Just what did we learn from this moment? Also, we have Saturn moving direct in Pisces. So Saturn being an outer planet, we don't feel it as much, but we are, under the effects of Saturn is controls somewhat of karma, limitations, things like that. So things should start to move a little bit easier. We also have Venus on the 30th moving into Sagittarius, so we're doubling down on the Sag energy here. So know that while we're coming out of these retrogrades, we are still in this fiery and can be mildly chaotic second. All right, but let's see what we have for Taurus. I'm using the Earth Power Oracle deck by Stacey Demarco. And me and geography are great, but me and language are a different thing. So if I mispronounce things, my bad in advance. Okay, so what do we have for Taurus? Uluru. I have power and it's real. I create my destiny. I carry the greatness of my ancestors in my body and soul. All right, so Taurus, here you are, very earthy moment that we have here. And this is even saying, regardless of where you are with your family or the people that raised you, if you have any strong links to those people, just kind of, deepen that relationship with the people that brought you up if you can. If you cannot, if they've been axed out, that's totally fine too. Just look for the links of how those relationships ran, because you want to see how it's carrying you forward in this lifetime. So if we had a good relationship with the people who brought us up, how are we carrying those patterns of how they carried us into our daily lives? If we did not have the best patterns, how can we move forward in a better way? How can we heal those gaps if there are, or if we can? If we cannot, that is what it is. But know that however we were shaped, shapes how we interact with the world. So, and I've heard people say that, no matter what I tried to do to not become my parents, I still ended up fucking up my kids in some way, shape, or form. It doesn't have to be physical babies, but it could be, this is just how I talk to people. And I don't really want to be in a shitty place with my coworkers or friends, but this is just how I'm relating. And just see where that roots of how things and how you relate to others are. So that's just a thing to note this week, Taurus. Okay, here's another thing I can't pronounce. It's probably Greek. I have no fucking idea. Volbulus. I am organized and efficient. I weave my spirituality through all aspects of my life. I can be both creative and prosperous. Well, you can look at a picture and you decide where that is, because Jesus Christ. I think it's Greece. Or it could be some kind of Roman thing. Let me just look it up really bad. Volbulus. Wow, I was all the way off. That is Morocco. That is Morocco. Well, fucking A. That was some Roman Empire bullshit right there. All right. Everybody wants the Roman Empire. Here it is. There it is. But it's Morocco. Anyways, what it's saying is that life does not have to be black and white, being like, I have to be this hard, strict adult in life. I can also be creative and fluid. Like I always say, we are both feminine and masculine, and it's just a matter of how we feel like presenting in the moment. So there will be times where we want to have that more assertive energy, and then there's going to be times where we want to be soft and receptive to what's happening in the space. And this card is saying to learn that line, Taurus. If you're in a place of go, 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 your body is going to slap you in the face. And that's why I'm sucking on a lozenge right now with a hard stop. So learn how to ease into this winter, watching the rhythm of your body of there are times to go, 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 but there might be times where I have to say, hey, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take a self-care moment so that I don't burn myself out right now. So just like play with your energy levels this week. Where are you, Taurus? So don't force yourself to need rest. All right, so the next card, stepped pyramids of, we're just gonna say somewhere in Egypt because I can't pronounce that word. Saqqara. The soul is eternal. I accept cyclic rejuvenation. So cyclic rejuvenation. And this is exactly where Aries got this kind of seasonal card, where we're heading towards the winter solstice. And so accepting that cyclic rejuvenation, Taurus, I'm getting now another hit on you needing to slow down and pull back because it's hibernation mode time. The bears are already probably going down for their like winter naps. And, you know, lizards literally, they just go dormant. They just like fully, their bodies shut down when it gets too cold. And so you're getting another hit that it's winter time. Accept the winter. And so sometimes wintertime also means rest and restoration. Beyond that, it means, you know, just like fully going introverted mode. Where does hygge? I think that's the word. It's like a Scandinavian word for cozy time. We are in cozy time of the year. That is where you are. Yeah. And then so your last card. Emilan Lishan, Mount Emmy. Again, sorry for the pronunciation. I seek enlightenment. I am calmly above it all. The tangible and intangible meet within me. So, Taurus, you had a lot of cards that were saying that it's time to go and rest and recharge mode. And Spirit is on that side of saying that if you can get out of your daily grind, you can access these more spiritual spaces. They will probably be more creative spaces, which that's one thing that I used to do. Like my best painting months were in the wintertime. It was like, okay, so I'm inside, can't do anything. And I would get in these like crazy painting modes late at night. So go within so that you can go like really deep in and meditate and, you know, just you're incubating the next year. This is the pregnancy pause. This is the time where you go in and really internalize everything you gained and learned from this year. And it's going to come out in whatever ways that they do, but it's going to be a little bit more creative looking, at least, yeah? Well, that's what I have for you, Taurus. My hope is that you do get whatever recharge you need at this moment so that you can come back. We'll come back next week and we'll just see where we're at, yeah? All right. Bye.